on the other side, the only woman director, producer, entrepreneur in the media world to get this award, Ekta Kapoor, joins me on the other side on how tough it is to be Ekta Kapoor, a woman and an achiever. Hello and welcome, and it's Ekta Kapoor, the one and only Ekta Kapoor, joining me on Newshour Direct. Congratulations at first.
Thank you.
Being the first woman to get the International Directorate Award. Oh my God. I mean, let's do a cheers to woman power first before I ask you, how did it feel?
So it was very interesting because here I was in the middle of probably dropping my child to school, and I got this call that we want to give you the Emmy Directorate. And at that first thought, and actually at that moment, was, Ravi, wo muh mein mat dalo. And they were like, what? I said, no, just multitasking as a mother. And they laughed. So then it took me some time to process it, because you know, it is such a big honor. I never thought in my lifetime I would get it, because a directorate is the highest award that they give in the Emmys. And I was like, okay. Then it felt good.
And why do we take this like a very rare of rare things? Is it a woman thing? Is it the fact that women don't very often break the glass ceiling? Why do we even think कि ये कैसे हुआ?
I think that's more my problem than women. I myself take a long time to process any kind of good information or bad. I think I am naturally designed to look at the worst case scenario. I think that usually happens in production. आपको पता होगा कि आप पहले सोचते हैं ये सब गलत नहीं होना चाहिए, फिर आप सोचते ओ ये कैसे हो गया. So that was the problem. But I think also women, हमारे में ना इतनी आई थिंक थोड़ी ज़्यादा समझ है, सो हम हर चीज़ इतनी आसानी से उड़ने नहीं लगते हैं, थोड़ा टाइम लेते हैं, प्रोसेस करते हैं, एंड देन वी फील हैप्पी ऑल्सो, एंड वी टेक इन द इंफॉर्मेशन.
So is Ekta Kapoor feet on the ground kind of woman? Has your journey as a woman and as a single mother, a single woman taking on such huge responsibilities, how's the journey been?
I think the journey has been extremely fun, because women, I think more than a woman, I would say as a professional, my feet have always been on the ground. I think that is the only thing that keeps you instead, because आपको भी पता होगा 30 साल, 30 years of work, and 3 decades later you realize nothing can be preempted. The worst days can lead to the best ones, and the best can lead to the worst. And as a mother, I think more and more it gets reinstated. Nazar hati, durghatna ghati is what I say when my son is around. So yes.
And believe you me, it happens not just when your kids are young. It happens through their life. Nazar hati, durghatna ghati, and you know, we mothers can be extremely.
But I actually feel very good about the fact that in my lifetime I have done something which I have got an honor, which I can at least tell my son, ab argue mat karo mujhse.
And you think that will help?
I don't know. I don't think. I'm trying. I'm hoping.
You think your children or family around you will not argue with you, or your friends will say, "Acha, ab हमारी महान Ekta Kapoor जी आ गई हैं, अब हम नहीं argue करेंगे."
With friends, so I know never. माँ बाप तो बिल्कुल नहीं, दूर मेरे घर में मेरा least importance है. But
that's not true.
Let me tell you, the grandchildren come first. The dog children come second. Me and Tushar come third in the house. So yeah. So yes. So I actually believe, but बेटे के साथ सोचा था थोड़ा सा बट लगाऊंगी, बट नहीं लगता यार.
But I want to ask you this achievement. What has been the response to you from fellow professionals? Is there a sense of celebration because you know they're and I'm not just talking about friends. I'm talking about professionals at large from your industry. Have they felt happy about some achievement?
Yes, I have
that has
got a
been
lot
made?
of calls, and these are not calls from just professionals I work with day in and day out, or people working with me or for me. This is by peers who have at different parts cross paths, and I've got such encouraging messages, and it's made me feel very happy that at times like these we really unite. You know, everyone was like, this is great
Oh,
for
you
all
are a
of us.
star kid, nepo kid. That's why they unite. Some people would say that.
I'm a star kid, nepo kid, most nepotistic kid you can ever find, and I can say it and you can say it and no one will believe it.
Why?
Just see, ask anyone on the road. Ask anyone on the road. They कहते हैं ना, हाँ, मुट्ठी बंद करने से खुशबू बंद नहीं होती, और मेहनत करने से लोग आपका ड्यू इवेंचुअली लोग दे ही देते हैं. You ask anyone on the street, any human being.
That's true, but I just thought nepo kid बोलूंगी तो I'll provoke you.
Not at all. बिल्कुल.
You don't get provoked.
Not at all.
तो आप क्या?
I would get provoked if you called me, should I say, overweight, because there would be some truth
I'm
to
the
it.
last person who can
There
call
would be
you
some
overweight.
truth to it. You would tell me badly dressed, and there's some truth to it. Nepo kid, I'm not.
I also want to ask you about whether the way women are treated in films is a reflection of how they are treated in society. Let's just talk about the latest film, Animal. I haven't seen it yet, but you know, from what you can make out on social media, people are talking about, oh, you know, it's treating women as a subject which is not palatable. Do you see?
I personally, my biggest problem with people and opinions is that everyone has one. And if you start addressing every opinion, content will never find a voice. I think the freedom of speech or freedom of content comes from the fact that you represent stories and people that not necessarily need to be put on a pedestal. I am telling a story of XYZ. That's a life. That's a person living. That person comes with a certain kind of trauma, lives a certain kind of life, reflects that trauma on somebody else, and that's the story. In that, if you start judging me and the 200 people behind who are making the thing and that content, means you're not seeing the story. You're trying to see intent. You're trying to judge things more than they are supposed to be judged. Reflection, like recently I was told when we made this film called Thank You for Coming, it was celebrated at TIFF. But here I was asked that why are you making a woman about sexual gratification about a woman? Don't you think? So at that time I just want to say so many times, oh, you're making about a toxic man who's living his life like Animal is. I mean, अभी ये कहानियाँ नहीं बताएं. ये ऐसे लोग होते नहीं हैं. Women don't have orgasms or sexual pleasure. Men don't live out their childhood traumas. ऐसा नहीं होता है.
होता है, and the box office is also sending a
क्योंकि
message.
कहीं ना कहीं relatable बात है. Animal is a story of somebody with a trauma. I have not seen the film, but personally, I find people have a problem with anything successful.
Is it a product of the life and times that we live in?
No, it's a product of life and times we live in. Generational trauma is a real thing.
What do you think about the ecosystems, which is such an important and such a famous word in the part of business that we are involved in, which is in the media, politics, and all of that. What's the ecosystem like in your field? And the latest election results, we live in the real world where everybody is abreast of the news that's happening. How is the ecosystem reacting? Is there a meltdown? The Prime Minister today has tweeted about a meltdown, and there is a meltdown that is visible. How's Bollywood reacting?
Bollywood is very, very far from politics. We really, honestly, the way, unfortunately, and I'm saying this, unfortunately, I'm adding before this, as a very incubated ecosystem. The incubation of this ecosystem is sometimes we live like we don't even live in India. So most people discuss the next movie and they don't discuss politics. And I'm definitely not discussing politics on this platform.
Do you have political views?
Very strong ones. I'm not discussing them.
You're not discussing them. Why? Some of your best friends, people will understand who we are talking about. The Bahus and the Sasses and now the ministers. Well, we're talking about Smriti Irani. They're part of this government. Is that the only reason that you would have a political view, or
No. I have a political view because my dad has a political view and we discuss politics because we have a similar thought process.
Which is?
I'm not saying that, but as far as my friend goes, she's an excellent politician, even better friend, outstanding aunt, and best meme sharer.
Best meme sharer. Yeah, and a lot of memes are currently floating around, especially on the meltdown that's happening. But
I'm not discussing that. I just can tell you one thing, that if you're going to make me say something, I can say one thing about the woman called Smriti Irani. When I was giving my speech on stage, at least 4 people asked me what I would wear. Only one person, 10 people, like the whole day was, I hope you're not wearing this, I hope you're not wearing that. The only person who asked me what I would speak was Smriti Irani. That actually speaks about the level of intellect, the depth this woman has. I've known her as a brilliant friend. I've had really bad days at work. And I've had very few people I can call up and share that, okay, I'm feeling ostracized, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling extremely like I'm no longer relevant. And I've had the most sound and the most unbiased advice from her. She has been the only person, and you don't want to hear it, I don't know, but I'll say this, in our industry, I'm the only one who's not called her up for anything. And yet, the smallest actor, when they call her up during COVID, post-COVID, for help in a hospital, Smriti answers every call. Every call with every small actor she's worked with, or big actor, or small production head. They all are on first name basis with her even today.
let me get into a rapid fire round with you.
Okay, okay.
Well, so rapid fire. What makes Ekta Kapoor tick? Films, OTT, television?
Films for now.
What would Ekta Kapoor rather be? Mother, professional, a good friend for somebody in need?
Professional. Sorry, but that's the unpolitically correct right answer.
Okay. What would Ekta Kapoor choose? Attention if is called by parents versus son?
Definitely son. Definitely son.
Oh.
Son, if parents give you attention, children, you have to pull their attention.
Okay. And for Ekta Kapoor, current scenario, best political leader, Modi, Rahul Gandhi?
You have been asking me this question?
I'm asking you, it's a rapid fire round. Keep a straight face and answer it.
Modi. Phenomenal leader. Phenomenal is the word for him.
And
is that a politically non-correct answer? I'm sorry.
I don't think so, because that's the way India is right now behaving.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think.
So I don't think anybody would have the audacity to say that India is choosing wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I personally, anyways, believe by far the best leader.
And 2024, who's going to be Prime Minister?
I think it's going to be Modi only. I actually not only think, I am quite sure it will be Modi.
Well, So Ekta Kapoor, you know, this award and you know, motherhood and you know, whatever you've achieved so far, where does Ekta Kapoor go from here?
Home. But actually I
मंजिलें और भी हैं?
मंजिलें और भी हैं, but now home. But I would like to say that I would like to go from here to a more balanced life. I don't think I have balance in my life. Hopefully a more balanced life and mentally, emotionally successful one, not just a professionally one.
And balanced, how do you work towards that balance?
I don't know, but I'm trying now.
Between work and personal life?
Between work, personal life and self. The time for self, which we take out time for our children, we call it personal life. But the time for self is the least, especially for women.
Very well said. Women sometimes forget that beyond duties, there is a self. And that self is very important, because when you look within, when you know you are in your 50s and in your 60s, and you look within, there are goals that you need to achieve. Very well said, Ekta Kapoor, and what can I say? Thank you very much for joining us, for being in our studios. And as I always feel proud of every woman achiever, more power to you.
More power to you. Like I always tell you, you are not only attractive on camera, you are pleasant to the eyes, you are smart, articulate, and we are so proud of you.
Thank you very much. That's an award in itself for me, coming from you. But thank you very much for joining me, and such a pleasure. May you go many more places in life.
Thank you so much.